Hey guys, Patrick here. Today I want to talk about the 6 things that are better on an iPhone than on a Samsung Android phone. Guys, let's get into it. Quick reminder, remember to enter the competition below to win the Ultimate Ears Blast that's still going on until the 25th of December 2018. Guys, thank you very much for supporting this channel, so please enter. It is worldwide and you get to win a really awesome Bluetooth speaker. Alright, number 1, and this is mainly to do with the newest iPhones, the newest generation of them, and that is Face ID. And I know people love their fingerprint sensors, and there's something about touching it and sort of tapping it, and how quick finger ID has been on iPhone has been incredible, obviously comparably to other devices, but other devices are catching up. Now we have in-screen fingerprint sensors. It's fantastic. Things are moving very quickly into a futuristic, Star Trek-y Minority Report type situation, but Face ID I have found to be so good. I do not miss fingerprints at all. It works during night, day, anywhere you are. The only difference is that when it's on a table, you can't just tap and look at it. You gotta kind of put it to your face. That's the only downside I've found so far. And even when it doesn't catch you the first instantaneous second, it will catch it the next second. It's very quick, it's very good, and it's bloody accurate. It is incredibly amazing technology. It's none of that weird facial recognition with a couple of pictures of you that can be fooled by a printout. No, this is 3D scanning and it's absolutely impressive. Number 2, this is something I found after leaving the iPhone ecosystem, or well, Apple ecosystem, but mainly the iPhones, because their haptic feedback is so good. It is above and beyond industry standard. You pick up another phone, it has nothing on the way Apple has implemented their haptic feedback engine. It is so good. The smallest of taps and sounds sound incredible. It feels so natural. It feels sharp. It feels tangy. It's like a great spicy meal that you can taste every bit of the spice and the actual taste of the meat or the chicken or whatever it would be. It is so good. And I feel like when I pick up any other phone and I feel it vibrate, it is just downright odd. It feels odd. And even the Apple Watch now has that same amazing haptic feedback, and on your wrist it just feels great. Your wrist feels great. Those vibrations, they really get you. Number 3, this is actually very unique to Apple, and they haven't removed it after so many generations. Yes, they've removed the 3.5mm jack, but you can understand that in the sense of everything going wireless. But I mean, some people still wanna blah, 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 you got adapters, yeah, you gotta purchase an adapter, whatever, right? But there is something they haven't removed and has stuck around since day one, and that is the silent switch. It's incredible. It's a little switch that puts your phone from loud straight into silent when you're going into a meeting, going to bed, apart from the fact that you can set it automatically to go silent at a certain time. Let's not forget that, but you can do that instantly with a flick of a button. Not so much with most other phones. There is a few Android phones out there that have a little switch, but it's very, very rare. It's like 1% out of 99,000 phones that's out there. Yes, there's hundreds of thousands of different Android phones, and imagine supporting all that hardware with one certain Android OS. That's the incredible part. That's what I find incredible about Android operating systems. But in any case, that silent switch is so good, it's so quick. I've used it so much more now that it's there. On most Androids, you try and turn down the volume to go silent and you gotta turn it back up, but this is one single switch. And I'm kind of surprised Apple hasn't got rid of it, but it must be something they really are proud of. Or at least they forgot about it and it's just been in every iPhone. Alright, this may be a little bit controversial, but I believe number 4 is better battery management on an iOS device. Don't shoot me. Honestly, I have found the latest iPhones and even the previous generations have great battery life comparably to other Androids. Android's management of the apps that are running in the background, the apps that are eating up your battery, takes a lot of customization, a lot of management to get good battery life. But with an iPhone, with iOS, it's out of the box. It Could be a hardware thing, could be a software thing. I think on the Android side, it's a software thing because they've got great large batteries that can last a long time if they were managed by a different OS. But in fact, the iPhone just does it so well. I really like it. It gets me through the day on very, very heavy use, and I have some power left over. On the other hand, actually, the watch doesn't last that long. It's about a day and a half. And that's with the watch face not on all the time. All right, number 5. First of all, I really do like Samsung's S8 to 9 lineup, the Note. It's an absolute beautiful phone. Its hardware is amazing. But I have to say, the buttons on an iPhone feel a lot better than they do on most Galaxies. For some reason, the Galaxy's buttons feel a little bit loose, a little bit unwielding, and I find clicking them just not as satisfying as on an iPhone. It might be the fact that the button's larger, I can get my finger on there, and it kind of feels like you're actually clicking something, but that feedback of that click is much more pronounced on an iPhone and lets you know that you've clicked it. On my last phone, this S8, the Galaxy S8, I had sometimes forgotten that I clicked it or even didn't know I clicked it, and in my pocket it clicked a lot. So I feel the buttons are really, really good on an iPhone. And number 6, the best for last, speed. Performance speed on an iPhone is undoubtedly the best, even though they don't have the top specs of any Android phone out there, and even with lower performing chips with less RAM, somehow they keep beating out a lot of the Android phones on benchmark tests. And when you pick up a phone like an iPhone, you will feel that speed, that fluidity, and the sharpness of using that phone. It is just incredible. It's incredibly different than an Android. While on the Android, it can be smooth, there are moments of lag and inconsistencies that you can notice, even on the flagship devices like a Note 9. The iPhone has led the way in performance and, in my opinion, will lead, and it is one of the reasons why I swapped to an iPhone. Guys, thank you very much for watching my 6 best things of an iPhone hardware-wise. Check out my other videos about the iPhone versus the Samsung Android phones that I've been putting together lately. It's just the things I have noticed, and I hope you've noticed those things. Let me know in the comments below if there's some things that I have missed, and if you have found things that I should have not mentioned, or maybe you have some concerns about the things I mentioned, please let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. Like, subscribe, share, and look out, there is a competition to win the UE Blast that I'll be sending worldwide. Guys, thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you in another video. Boom.